All right, I'm here watching this little screwball. Gonna try and get her all tired out. Put in my LED stuff. That's probably too expensive. Hell yeah, Bonnie! Bonnie, let's go walk. Come on. Oh, I guess this dog, I forgot that this dog kind of hates it. Let's go this way. Bonnie, this way. Bonnie! Coming 1,000 miles per hour. I think that dog's stuck with me, but as long as he doesn't nip at me like he's done in the past, I don't mind him coming along. Even though I know he'd rather be inside. He's like a fucking cat. Now I am just watching. Man, you're gonna die if you go on this. Stop. Little bitch. About to get too low. That's about as far as I usually make it on the sand. That's okay. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Let's be a good girl outside of here. I don't know why I always go in the sand trap. To be honest, I know why. I've made it in here once or twice before. Like if you maintain like a proper speed, and I wasn't trying to like outrun a dog or something, like, oh, let's see how long this actually can film for. So I'm gonna do another 3 minutes here. Yeah, but like I was saying, I know I do it. You could actually kind of make it all the way back there to the shooting range. My family has a shooting range somewhere back there. I don't even know why I call it my family. I don't think anybody uses it anymore. My brother set it up a long time ago. But fall right over this dog and break my shoulder probably. Yeah. This Onewheel, yeah, you can make it on like really soft stuff. It's just like, sometimes it's not even speed that you have to maintain. It's like a, ooh, shit, almost took him out. It's like a balance almost, so you're evenly distributing your thing. You saw how like, when I was walking back, I don't know if you're looking down at my path, but you'd see that like build up. That's the same thing that makes a washboard on roads. It's usually from cars stopping too quickly, but they have the luxury of 4 wheels, making their friction. Let's make sure this dog doesn't run straight into me at 100 miles per hour. But their friction is distributed differently. I don't know where I was going with that. Like that kind of stuff, speed kind of helps. Ooh, God, I didn't rock into that freaking wolf shit. But when it comes to soft stuff, particularly like powder, sand, salt flats, salt flats is a little bit different though. I think I explained that in a TikTok once. It's like a shifting kind of feeling when you're on the Onewheel for sure. And kind of probably everything, but Onewheels, you definitely know the winks and wanes of the tire when you're on it. More so than I'm sure other vehicles. I mean, I'm sure motorcycle people argue the same. This is all their 4-wheeler trails. Looks like they haven't been kept open very long. Parents getting old. Dad's like the ones who likes to ride 4-wheelers. Bonnie, I love you. You're a good girl. I'm gonna go to the forest too. It seems like this dog actually got a lot of puppy energy, don't you? Just the puppiest of energies. Oop, about to kill you again. Puppy energy. Ooh, that took me out. I picked you up by your butt. I'm so glad it didn't hurt you though. I'm gonna try and slow down when you're in front of me. And here, I was worried about Butters doing that. He's done that thing, man. He's done that to me before. He is nip, 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 nip. Bark, 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 bark. Whole way. I always thought it was the motor, but I've walked other dogs with the Onewheel, and they don't give a dang. Somebody did once tell me though, the Onewheel. I mean, maybe somebody can put this in the comments if I end up producing this video or not. You know, I heard it produces some kind of sound only dogs can hear, and I would be intrigued to know if that's what it produces some kind of whining sound, maybe analogous to a dog call. So I'm assuming that must suck dick for them. But this thing loved it. He barely knows what's going on. He didn't even hear it coming when it was about to run him over in the butt, but guaranteed it's puppy negligent though. I mean, it probably doesn't have all its senses, and it is a hunting dog, so if anything, you don't take that back because it isn't a hunting dog, so if anyone's gonna hear it, you know, it's gotta be hunting breed. Can't remember what that is. I think it's a Brittany, maybe, I don't know. Oosh. Oh, about ate it. About ate it. Gotta stop looking back at the dog. Okay. That used to be the old way to get into the forest, back when we used to clear this stuff all the time. The kids used to ride a lot more on the four-wheeler tracks. And get from the back now. Actually, one of my first Try Hard One videos is riding through the country. So it's cool that I get to test out not only the new rails that are supposedly made for trails, which I definitely have felt that so far. I think I would have actually, especially earlier when I hit that washboard, that ended up being a lot deeper because, you know, shadows from sun doesn't really give you a good depth of sucking holes. You're being a good dog though, man. Not really. It's making me a lot worse. Thought Butters be a lot worse. Everything really cool today. That means Josh is probably gonna get hurt. Perfect days have to be complemented with perfect actions. Or imperfect actions. Or unlucky. I'll have to work on that one. We're on workshop. Alright, this is my family's forest. Wish I didn't run over that stick where the point was. Hey, if anybody Onewheel wants to, you know, around the Kansas area, would like to kind of go right around. I know this place, a couple places around where I actually live. You know, I'd love to give you guys some only stuff that only I get to ride. My private trails, if you will. This one's really cool though. My family's whole land is really cool. Keep going here. I still want to see the fragility of the MetaQuest here too. I don't think I've talked about it at all, but I do have those freaking glasses, and I don't think I've ever actually run them out, seen how much video those mothers can actually hold. You know, I mean, it is kind of a cool, unique experience for everything. I'm testing like so much shit right now. I'm like a real YouTube person. That's, I think, the way to go back. I don't think they've had a lot of rain. I've seen some mud up top, so it's probably not the best idea, but you know what, it's looking pretty dry, so let's go. Even though this is definitely not the wettest part of, I think he calls this a draw. Yeah, draw. Or is it just a ditch? I call it just some forest ditch. I mean, it's definitely man-made because they're definitely trying to irrigate like water through farmland and stuff like that. So just because there's like 20 or 30 years of freaking farm growth doesn't mean this is actually like natural occurring, you know, type of like water was directed here at some point. I mean, may have not been us or even our forefathers, but you know, maybe when the Germans were getting rid of the Dust Bowl or whatever. I think that's further south though. I think we were misled on a lot of Dust Bowl. A lot of other people only say like, hey, mainly because we don't have a lot of claim to fame, but when they talk about Kansas, they're like, oh yeah, Dust Bowl, but I don't know. I think more and more I kind of like research and see like, you know, you kind of like, I like doing the geography with it too now. I think it was more southern Kansas, northern parts of Texas, definitely Oklahoma for sure. All right, that was pretty cool. You know, actually I kind of got some good speed through there and the dog seems to be okay, so let's Let's do one more and then come back the other way. And again, this thing hasn't told me to stop freaking filming yet, so. Maybe Facebook's using Silicon Valley compression shit. I think it's good this dog's kind of going along with me too and learning to kind of stay behind me. I mean, I don't really want to hit it again, but you know what I mean? Like, it's a hunting dog. So, especially with the last couple of Brittany's I know he's had, they have a big problem when they get tired that they like to not only stick around your legs, you know, to know they're tired, which is cute, but they like to stick their nose in between your legs while you're walking through like heavy foliage. So it's not going to be nature, or it will be nature, just the dog of nature, that ends up taking you out when you're hunting with some of these dogs. Particularly two Brittany's and I think. He had a dog named Rusty, I think. He had a dog named Rusty, and Autumn was technically, go back here a little bit, even though I don't think I really want to draw that extra. So let's see if it's clear. But they both kind of did. Autumn did less, so. And I really just thought, oh wow, that's really clear. That must be how he actually enters nowadays, actually. Okay, cool. What? Your hair is fine. I don't know if I want to go across the field or not. Maybe he's done a Onewheel freaking, what do you call this, Milo field? Let's see if I get taken out by a molehill. This is actually not really smart to do. Here's some one-wheel advice there's no other one-wheel channel will give you. When you're riding through the country and you decide to do a one-wheel through farmland, not only does the dead plant life and foliage kind of like take out like your visibility on what you're kind of going into, but moles and other types of mammal creatures, small kinds, they all like digging holes in any kind of farmland, you know, it's their home anyway. So the thing is about these things for sure though, is they end up being a pothole they go into, just trying to go, and they try and cover the hole. They don't want that. It's like a sneak attack too. It's not trying to be a booby trap. It's trying to hide from probably predators and what do you call it, wolves and stuff like that. But yeah, it ends up becoming kind of like terrible. Yeah. It's like riding through a really potholy city. I'm from Kansas, so I could bring up a whole bunch of ones that only like a few people would get as a reference. Like Hayesville really sucked dick to kind of ride around in. I guess, I don't know, certain parts of downtown Wichita, sure. That kind of stinks poo-poo. I feel like I did a whole hunting trail. Maybe teach this dog the route, even though I've kind of already fucked that up by not starting where she would normally start from. Cages. Hunting cages. I also probably have enough skill and knowledge. It's been a long time since I've hunted, to be honest with you, but I could probably take the hunting dogs out around for land, and it would probably help my dad out a lot, and they probably would like it. But also, man, if one of those things runs away, and even he has had them get ran over by cars, like he's like literally monitoring them with GPS and stuff like that. It's I don't know. I don't trust myself even if I do have better eyes than my dad now, and maybe definitely hearing, but. Oh my god, I don't think I could deal. Well, for one, I don't know if I could deal with it. It's my fault. The animal gets hurt. I don't know. I don't want to be that guy. Kind of cool the meta tells you when it's about to run out. Not that it's told me yet. It's probably going to tell me here soon. Now I'm next to the highway. Probably doxing myself now if people really know this highway. Actually, cool. I could show you something that's kind of famous to people around here. Actually, it's more famous to people around here than the people that actually own it, I guess, unless you don't count it as my family property. But this thing is this big old tree here at the end of my family's property. I'm slowly going towards. Maybe it's not my family's property. Huh. I guess that. No. That's right. They have a little gate there. Do that? Anyway, that big old tree down there, maybe it's not on my family's property, maybe it's not. It's just super close to it, and it's just funny that I never knew the story until the internet became a thing. But I guess some guy died there, or maybe one or two people died there. Not that that's like a good thing to really memorialize, but it did become a memorial tree for a long time. It's kind of a big tree for around here. Like, It definitely looks like it was a precursor to a lot of other trees before here. It's just slightly larger in like the width. Like if you were to cut this thing, you'd probably find a lot more rings than other trees. It's a big tree that is like super famous. It's supposed to be an ear marker between Wichita and Hutchinson. And actually, I think Google Maps. I think that's the reason I found out it was famous too. It may not have been actually a video. It may have been Google Maps that pointed out as like a point of interest. I bet. Me too. Make a tree about the place where people died. That'd be a really depressing video. I'm not sure. One of those horror channels that I guess covers that shit, and you ran out of stuff to do that week, but. Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't ran into any moments after giving you guys that sick advice. Oh, okay, I guess it is on my family's property, but it is down here. Yeah, okay. So it is that tree way down there, that big old gruesome, ugly looking tree there. I thought it was, actually was here. I thought it really was on that. That's what we call it. Alright, taking the dog on another walk. Slightly later, you got slightly more, nighttime going on. Or, I mean, evening time going on. Maintaining proper speed. Now the dog kind of doesn't have a whale, but that's the top of the sheet. Nice thing about dogs is, you know, I mean, they're dopey and don't even have to puppy, but, you know, I think very long for them to learn stuff. Kind of saying that, it looks like it's about to hit something. You just running along? I hope you're just running along. We'll make it perfect too, but it was nice. The grass. I feel it's tired though. I keep the barrier back, but that's totally not very heavy though. Just want to hold it for a prolonged period of time. Go as many times around the third day. Guess that's on early. I still have to struggle to keep up. She's kind of like what she was at the end of the run early. On his tongue. Puppy energy. Why it goes so long? Hey, now. It's light there too. I got the freaking light in the background. Oh man, we're gonna see how the benefits of that. That was either some kind of large crow or possibly another bird of hawk. But you know, now I'm listening to hawk. Oh yeah, this is gonna look like I have a bigger range than I'm on. Like a rolling sound. like that. Oh, that's worse than sand. Like a rolling stone. Penis. What did I get out there? Another day walking the dog, wherever you are. There you are, Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie. Man, this dog's really good about not tripping me up. Like, she gets real close because, you know, it's a puppy. It's a dopey puppy. But, I don't know, maybe she's not dopey then. Oh, yeah, take a poop. That's why we did this. Do other one-wheelers just drive off with? I mean, I guess your guys are all got your dogs on a leash, so of course. You know, the luxury of being in the country. Sorry, I'm watching dogs. I don't actually own a dog. I own cats. They shit in boxes. Mika rides with me on my one wheel though. She likes it on the shoulder. I'm sure you could find a TikTok of me doing her too. She hasn't done it in a bit. It's been a little cold. But it seems like it would, I don't know. I mean, I guess you gotta move your dog, so like having activities that go along with moving your dog, and I'm sure this is like quite a long period of time. Or, I mean, hell, yesterday we went around almost all the time without her needing to go to the restroom at all, so I guess it's not that huge a deal. Just seems like it'd really break up the ride fest waiting on your dog to take a big old dump. I love this part of my land because like, oh god, this is probably gonna disconnect here soon, so maybe I shouldn't start explaining this. But it's like that part, the four-wheelers dig in, the tires dig in, and it made like a really good little, how do you say, like a little half pipe for the one wheel tire. This is a great place for bonks. I'm not really feeling it today. And I don't know if the dog will jump me when I'm in midair. You can't really do a traversal with no gravity or something. Oh, is that the same owl? We got that 2 days in a row on fucking camera? What a day. What a day. Or I guess 2 days. Since that was yesterday we got you, Mr. Owl. Wish I was wearing a watch so I could see how fast I think I need to keep this dog around like sprinting speed for a human. Probably like a light jog for a dog, so I don't know, 12, 13 miles per hour probably good. Sprinting speed? That's probably super fast even, but we're talking sprinting, right? So 12, 13 is probably pretty accurate. Isn't it the fastest person? Did he hit like almost 20 or something like that? Or maybe he was 21? I thought it was something ridiculous. Man, maybe I don't know what 3 minutes is. Feels long. All right. Get this doggy home. I got some errands to run back at my place. Bark, 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 bark. Bark, 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 bark. Bark, bark. You know, I don't even do that with my cats. I forget the song I sing with that has meow in it. Now that I'm singing my bark bark song. The Game of Thrones works really good for my bark bark. You wanna do a little bit more? Let's go to the forest real quick. I think I got time. Come on, baby. Who would have known a Onewheel would have been so cool? I mean, I was like really young. I mean, I have luxury, you know, it's not like I mean, you can tell my family has some means. I personally don't. I work hourly jobs and I lost mine recently. But like as a kid, I did have the luxury of growing up with four-wheelers and stuff like that, and I do recognize that. That's something other kids didn't have, you know, extreme sports stuff. But man, I would have never guessed that a Onewheel would have been like something that would be cool here. I would have never guessed any board sport would have worked in Kansas. Like, I tried so hard as a young kid when I got into snowboarding, popping out a snowboard on this stupid little, what do you call it, 23-foot meter hills here. Like, it was sad. It was sad. And a Onewheel can just burn right through it. Although, the sticks are deceptive. Only get 3 minutes with those meta glasses, by the way. If anybody didn't know, they don't really advertise how long you can film. Baby! Baby! Oh no, baby! You did it again! You're gonna get smacked in the face! Little baby face with a little baby Onewheel sign in it. Yeah, riding with a dog's pretty fun, to be honest with you. It is kind of cool. It is kind of cool. Cats got a shit too. They don't really normally do it on a ride. They're not expecting to have to go outside and shit, so you know, they need their own little commode. They're like a human and shit. Even if it's not clean, then they'll shit everywhere else just to let you know their shitter's not clean. Fucking cats. I think I'd trade them though. I used to be into dogs too, back when I lived out here, obviously. Actually, you know, funny enough, cats used to be pretty disposable to me since I lived on a farm. Not that like I'm like heartless or something, but you know, I don't know if you ever lived in farmland areas in the Midwest, or maybe this is just, I don't know, unique to where I'm from or something, but people regularly try and get rid of the cats they can't get rid of, and hey, you need some farm cats, because, you know, mice are the true owners of this land, and they will continue to overrun any building you put in freaking land. So, like, yeah, you always got to constantly be getting cat after cat after cat. And you kind of, like, they seem to treat them a little bit better now. Maybe it's because I kind of like got into cats and stuff, so they want to, but, you know, you just usually leave them outside. If you feed them, they wouldn't be good mice, so you don't want to feed a cat. Aren't, at least not too much, you know. I mean, they look emaciated. It look like, you know, their cats and stuff are doing their job. Sometimes, you know, they're like scarecrows in a way. Their existence could sometimes be enough to remove enough prey.